Yes, this is Let's Talk About It Business Edition with a real beautiful entrepreneur. To me, she's mostly a chef. Can you please explain who you are and where we're going with this?
Hey guys, my name is Maria. From Brooklyn and New York, Bed-Stuy, born and raised. And I've been living up here in the North Country since 2005.
Yes, and I see that you're starting a new business here and more. Can you tell them why you decided to do this?
For many reasons.
Yeah.
So, Puerto Rican, it's hard to find our food up here.
I agree.
I always found myself traveling back home to the city just to get some good stuff, just to get some acapullas or whatever. And I said, okay, I was kind of tired of that. I said, let me start cooking it myself and offer it to people, my friends and family. And that's how I got started, and here I am.
I know a little secret. Some people already know me and her work together, so I know how much love she has for cooking and helping the community get together with the food she bakes. And how long have you been doing this? Like, when did you start really cooking?
So, I started cooking years ago, but
yeah, like
bringing it
public,
to the community, to the public, it's been a year journey. And it's been amazing. I've met so many people out here that I didn't know were here.
That's so,
it was like where you guys were all this time. Right? We were all in our own little hole hiding. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
And when you started, how did you get from your house to?
Well, that's when you found me. So I was cooking from home. I started making plates from home. And my group that I started on Facebook just grew overnight.
Yes,
like,
it did. Yeah.
It just blew up. Everybody was enjoying and loving my food, which I was honored. By all means, I'm not a professional chef. I don't have those culinary degrees, but
you don't need it. Trust me.
But I just brought what I knew to the table, and people were loving it, and that's when you found me, and we collaborated.
And on my part of it, I've opened up a little restaurant, and I needed the help, and everybody was talking about Maria's food, and it was out of the blue. When you got the jump from having a few people to a lot more, I know I came in, but before I came, what was your thought? Was you just gonna keep going at the house? I
was just gonna stay cooking from home. I did think about a food truck. That was, I think, my next venture that I was talking with hubby about. Like, maybe I'll just do a food truck out here and start there. And then I met you, and we collaborated at Latin Caribbean Soul.
And as I said, this is one of the best cook I've ever met in my life.
Thank you.
So after Latin Caribbean Soul, what made you decide to just upgrade to something like this?
Because I wanted more. I wanted to bring more diversity into the community. I want to bring the community together. Food is love. Love is me. This is what you're going to get. And I decided to just move forward and have a bigger space where we can host events and just do more things and bring more people around and get more people involved. So
can you explain to them what's on because the Latin Caribbean Soul menu was going to be different than this. So can you explain to them what your main menu stuff that's in the menu?
So like my main set menu is a lot of Puerto Rican cuisine, authentic Puerto Rican food. That's what you're going to get from here. Acapullas, relleno de papas, pateles. Pateles are seasonal, guys. So because that's a lot of work, But you're going to get the arroz con gandules, the pollo guisado, carne guisado, just empanadas, all that good stuff that you don't normally find out here. So
And you also gonna have the lounge.
Yes, yes. So I have the lounge area where, you know, you can come, grab a bite to eat. If you want to sit and take your time, by all means, go ahead. You can listen to the music, dance some salsa, merengue, bachata, whatever you feel. Play a game of pool, play a game of darts, you know, we're all for it.
Don't forget the dominoes. You know,
yes, I got the domino table. That's right.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just good vibes, good vibes. That's all I want to bring, good vibes.
And I see your son is involved, so I see it's a family adventure.
Yes, it is, it is.
How do they feel about the new situation
They're
going on?
excited. They can't believe that we're here. You know, I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah.
So my kids are like, wow, Mom, like we're doing this. And my son is like my little co-chef. So
That's awesome.
he's the one that's helping me prep food and cook, and he wanted to do it. So I said, okay, let's do it together.
Do you know your hours, or are you just still trying to figure that out?
No, I think my set hours right now are gonna be Tuesdays to Thursdays, 11 to 7, and then Friday and Saturday, 12 to noon. You know, summertime could be later days, just kinda.
And are you gonna, like, I see how big the place is, are you gonna rent out the place if needs be?
Absolutely, absolutely. I want the community to feel like, okay, you know what, this is a nice vibe. They get the aura that I'm trying to give out. They feeling the love. If you want to throw a little private party, come talk to me, you know. You want to do an event, you want to do some dancing lessons, like I'm trying to have all that here. I want to have some Zumba classes, you
That's
know,
gonna be awesome.
paint and sip. I just want to bring every little bit to the community. I would love to find a dancing instructor to teach some salsa and merengue, but I do have a line dance instructor that I'm also gonna bring. So it's not only my
Culture.
background, my culture, it's everybody's. You know, I just want us all to kind of mingle together. So right now we're really starting slow. I want everybody to have patience because it's me. I'm just the only chef. I have my son under me and I have my manager. And that's my girl that I met working at your spot, Latin Caribbean Soul.
She was our manager there too.
Yep.
She a headache.
She's great. She is great.
She is great. From all this, what do you see going forward? Like, because it's hard we still in America. It's hard for a female minority to try to get by. So all the struggles. What do you see the next process? What's the next? Like after this succeed, which I see it will. What's your next move?
I want to pass on my knowledge to everybody else that's out there trying to, you know, or have this idea. If you got the idea, do it. You know, don't be scared. Just do it. It's going to be a process, but I would love to share my knowledge that I've been learning on this way, because I just kind of jumped off the cliff here,
right,
you know,
right?
And I just dived right into it, and I'm learning as I go. So the knowledge that I'm picking up, I would love to pass on to the next person.
Show little beautiful young ladies that y'all can do it.
Absolutely.
Don't let
Us
nobody
women
tell
of
you,
color, we have a lot of challenges.
Yes, y'all
Just
do.
being women in this world, we have challenges. So coming up with your own business and being a woman of color, just don't give up. You know, we're powerful and we can do it.
And I'd like to introduce the manager we've been talking about. Yes, we're with the manager of
La Maria's Cocina and Lounge.
Binks. How you doing today?
I'm great, happy to be here.
What made you decide to come work with Maria in this?
I wasn't gonna let her leave the restaurant without me. It was too good. She made it great.
And what made you decide that this place will be the place? Like,
Space and opportunity. We've got a huge kitchen because we've got a huge level of food to bring, the level of love with that, and then we have all this lounge space here so that we can do everything else that comes with it, because food is community, food is love, food is history, and that's just the beginning of it. She starts it with food. When you first come in, get your plate, you come over here, we've got games to play while you sit and wait, and we've got all this space, so if you want to host a party, if you want to show your talent, if you have an idea of some way to fill in the space, come and talk to me and Maria, and we'll at least hear you out. If we can't incorporate it in here, we'll find a way to do something with it. The food is only the start of it. We've got the food and we want the community to bring in the rest. She's got line dancers coming. We've got poetry slam ideas, little talent shows, paint and sips, dance halls. If you want to reserve the space for a party, we've got strip lights that change colors. We've got speakers for music, you connect, and we have the space to provide the vibe that you have.
What's the next event that you're throwing out here?
On Single Day Mayo, we're having another box on dinner. We have CHC infused food and without, as well as drinks. We've got raffles. We've got people coming to showcase their clothes and what they have for sale for products, clothes, food.
What do you enjoy about the spot? Because I know managerial is really a stressful job. So what do you enjoy about it?
I love being able to work with the people. I get to serve the food, but I also get to make sure that the food is served safely. You know, I get to make sure it's all going as it should be, and then it goes out to where it should be and how it should, and I get to talk to every customer that comes in. Same thing at LCS. You come in, you see me,
Yes.
You get served, I'm probably passing it to you, you're calling the phone, I'm taking your order and your problems, but it's fine, because I'm here for it.
So that's the best part of it is the people?
I love the people, yeah. I love to communicate with the community.
That's awesome.
It's great.
And I remember in Latin Caribbean, so we had a few ruly customers. How do you handle the bad customers? I don't want to call them bad because, you know, all customers is right, but some aren't. So how do you handle them?
We have to communicate. What is your problem and what can I do for you? What are you looking for? Was there something wrong with your food? Was there something wrong with your service? Was it not on time? If I don't know what you don't say. So if you don't tell me something, I can't do anything about it. So we first got to talk about it.
And ain't it hard working in a Spanish restaurant, barely speaking Spanish?
I go right to Google Translate. I'm not gonna say it's not a hardship because when people come in and they're speaking and I'm like, I can, for the most part, tell that they're either non-English speaking or I just hold on, grab my phone, Google Translate, tell them I don't speak English or speak Spanish, but this is what I'm trying to say, and then pass on my phone, or they'll say, or I go to somebody that's nearby that does, but Google Translate has been a serious help in and out of the job, which I've learned to utilize from this job. From people outside, when I'm walking, I had somebody stop me and was like, da 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 da, and I said, hold on, miss. And it was easy. It's the communication's not as hard as it might think just because it's a language barrier. It is a hardship, but it's not impossible to come over.
There's really no barrier when it comes to food, I guess, huh?
Everybody knows food. That's a language everybody speaks. It's my favorite.
From moving from, I know you just started here, but from moving from Latin Caribbean Soul to here, I know besides being big, what else is the difference?
It's got the space for everything we wanted at Latin Caribbean Soul. We get to bring community and food to the people from the same address, the same building at the same time. Come in, get you a plate, come over here, vibe to the music, play a game, and bring in your ideas. And it's women owned, so that's a never-ending possibility.
I think that's the greatest part because you have a woman owner and a
female manager. It's a women-owned and ran business.
Yeah.
And we're both mothers, so you know, a mother's always going to take a problem and we're going to handle it in the best way that is for.
How do you feel about that, though? That's an awesome thing to be a part of.
I feel like I get to be the beginning of something incredible for myself with my position, with my relationship with Maria, and with the community as well. I get to be a part of everything that comes from this from the first day of it. Just like when I was at LCS, I was there from the doors opening to the doors closing to the doors opening here. One door closes, the next one opens, and I'll be on the other side of all of them.
So I know you for many, many, many years. Because out of all three of us, I think you've been here the longest. So how do you see the difference from years ago to now, having a Spanish place that people are dying to come to compared to, I guess, like 10, 15 years ago? Has the community changed and more open-minded to listen to
Incredibly,
like
incredibly. At LCS, it wasn't even as big as this place is, but the amount of people who came to talk to us from churches to the college to schools out as far as Malone, asking for us to service their. They do a food event every year at the school, and they stayed an extra amount of time to eat their food and talk to us. And I got to communicate with them about the whole thing, let them know what we could do, what we couldn't do, and get all the information from them to bring to you. Just like I'll get all the information from anyone else to bring to Maria if you've got an idea. I don't know what you don't say, so if you don't say it to me, I can't do anything with it, but I would love to know it because I want to do it. I want to do all of it. From dancing to poetry, anything that you do in life, you're going to eat before, during, or after.
So the involvement of this town is, you could say this is...
It's incredible. Working at LCS, I saw more Spanish people that I never saw around town. I was to a point where I was like, where are you coming from? And they're like Beekmantown, Peru, Uptown Plattsburgh. We had people call from Vermont and Canada asking if they had a reserved tables. People that I never saw in my personal everyday life because of the food that we have. And now we get to bring them food and so much more. So that's the amount of people I saw just from the food-based part of the restaurant. And we have the lounge as well with everything else it has and will have later on to offer. I can't wait to see how many people come in and I get to meet and communicate with.
And since you're a manager, you could have Maria make meatloaf once a couple times.
We definitely take requests. I'm not going to say I'm going to take a request. You're going to see it next week or next month. But if you don't tell me, then I can't do anything with it. So if there's something not on the menu that you want to see, let me know. It could be a pop-up special day, but then watch our Facebook for it, you know?
So they could put in a request at the Facebook page and hopefully they could get
Yeah, give us your ideas. You just gotta talk to us. And between us, we're both on the Facebook page. You can make a post, you can send a message. We're right here. Leave your name, leave your number. You know, we're people too. Like she's a restaurant owner, but she's a mother and she's a person. I'm the manager, I'm a mother, I'm a person. So just talk to me, talk to us.
Thank you for your time. And don't ask me again about questions, okay?
I feel you're fired.